Mayor, we're still waiting on Commissioner Forsyth and Commissioner Ritchey, so we can just give them another minute. Okay, Mayor, the Commissioner Forsyth did join. I haven't heard from Commissioner Ritchie, so I'd suggest maybe starting without him, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's fine. We have a quorum. We can go ahead and proceed.
Okay, let me
Good evening,
pull up
everyone.
the-
This is the Mayor and City Council meeting for the City of Frostburg. This will be our December 17th, 2020 meeting, and start by calling the meeting to order. Roll call when you're ready, Liz.
Okay. Commissioner Donnie Carter. I just muted him as he said he was here. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Here.
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Here.
Commissioner Adam Ritchie is not here, and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
I'm here, Liz.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Let's go ahead and do the approval of the agenda. Need a motion, a second to approve the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda.
Second. Moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
And then also approval of minutes from our past meetings.
I make
a motion.
to approve.
Oh, go ahead, Don.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Special presentations and requests, Mayor and Commissioners reports and announcements. Need a motion, a second to approve the monthly reports of the various city departments.
Sorry. I move that we approve the monthly reports of the city departments.
Second.
Okay, been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
And then we also have, we have some information about garbage. Liz, do you want to just table that and let Adam handle that in the January meeting?
Yeah, the only thing that will be affected short term before the next meeting is it does set the dates for Christmas tree collection in January, and it'll be Monday the 4th and Friday the 15th of January.
Okay, Monday the 4th and the 15th. Okay,
But yes,
very good. All right. Moving down to public hearings. Chris, this will be yours. Continued sewer overflow, combined sewer overflow.
Chris, you're on mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. We got
Okay,
you.
sorry.
No problem.
Yes, Mayor, thank you. I'd like to give you some more good information on our CSO Combined Sewer Overflow Elimination Program. We're still on a good track. We're 17 years into our 20-year program. Project 9A, which is the Stoyer Street corridor, is about 98% complete and waiting some good weather to finish it up. Hopefully it doesn't go into the spring. 9B, our next project, Lashley, our contractor, is doing a great job with working in between bad weather and good weather. He's ahead of schedule. It looked probably finish early on that project. 9C is also grant funded, and we're about 75% designed. Its design has been submitted to Maryland Department of Environment for review, and hopefully in the early part of this year we can go to bidding. Our project number 10, which is over on McCullough Street area and the wetlands area beside McCullough Street, we feel good that we're going to get grants for that, and we will be hearing something early in the this year, upcoming year on that. So we continue to do our CSO elimination program, and I think it will pay off both environmentally and also save us money in pumping and treatment in the long run. If anybody has any particular questions, I'm always here to answer them. So just either email me or give me a call. That's all I have on the CSO program tonight, Mayor.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
And then also under public hearings, ordinance 2020-05.
Good evening. Thank you, Mayor and Council. Ordinance 2020-05 is in regard to permit issuance restrictions. The purpose of this ordinance is to codify and update a previously approved policy limiting registration of rental properties when delinquent charges for meter repairs or other utility-related transactions were unsatisfied. This ordinance expands the limitation to city code required building, occupancy, and grading permits, as well as rental registrations, when taxes, utility fees, and/or fines are delinquent on specific properties. City code, including Article 6 for water and sewage utilities, Appendix A for the zoning ordinance, and Appendix D for the rental housing code, dictate requirements for compliance regarding utility payments and shutoffs for non-payment, requirements for permits, and requirements for rental housing in the city. And when compliance is not met, properties are in violation of the code. This ordinance seeks to assure clean cutoff and restoration of properties that are being transferred or redeveloped, and to achieve appropriate and compliant account status for properties seeking code required permit and registration status. At this point, I'd like to turn the description further over to Director of Finance, Elaine Jones, who can address the taxes and utility factors in more detail. And of course, I'll be happy to answer questions.
Very good. Thank you, LJ. Elaine?
Mayor.
Thank you. This ordinance would be helpful as we work to keep utility and tax accounts up to date and have clean cutoffs between either property transfers or when there's a new element of a project going on, such as new construction. So in working in partnership with the Community Development Department, this would be very helpful for tax and utility standpoint to keep things up to date again, and just provide a clean cutoff for new projects going forward.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Mayor, this is the second of two public hearings. As you recall, last month, it was changed to a virtual format at the last minute after the Cumberland Times News advertisement had already been published. So this was the public meeting, or I'm sorry, public hearing advertisement was rerun in the Cumberland Times News with this, the specific ways to participate outlined on the top of your agenda. That language was included verbatim in the Times News ad. And as of right now, per those requirements, no comments have been received.
Okay, very good. Hearing that, then I guess we can just go ahead and ask for a motion in a second.
Yeah, that's the next item on your agenda,
Yep.
so sure.
I make a motion, we adopt ordinance 2020-05.
Second,
Okay, moving in second, since there's no public comment, I call for a roll call vote. Liz, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Commissioner Donnie Carter,
he's still muted.
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes,
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Yes.
Commissioner Adam Ritchey is absent, and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
All righty.
Thank you.
All right, then moving to new business, we'll be looking at resolution 2020-50. Elaine?
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution 2020-50 continues to provide admin days for employees in the year of 2021. There was an omission in the personnel manual, the latest version that we've been working from, that left admin days out of the policy, and to provide consistency with the benefits that employees have had for many years. This resolution would include, once again, those admin hours and their leave balance for 2021. As we discussed at work session, we anticipate that this is an area that will be cleaned up when we do a new personnel policy, hopefully next year. But for employees who have completed at least 1 year of service as of January 1, they would receive 8 admin hours. And for employees who have at least 2 full years of service, they would receive 24 hours of admin leave. This is very similar to vacation hours. The only difference being admin hours expire at the end of the year if not used, and they do not roll over from year to year. So I request your consideration of resolution 2020-50, which would approve the admin hours for the calendar year 2021.
Okay. Okay, folks, need a motion in a second.
I
Make a
move that
motion.
we approve resolution 2020-50.
Second.
We move in a second. Was there any public comment, Liz?
No, sir.
All right, then all in favor by roll call vote.
Commissioner Donnie Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes,
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Yes.
and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes. All right, thank you all. Next be resolution 2020-51, and Chris, that would be yours.
Thank you, Mayor. This resolution considers the full replacement of a 1970-ish pump station at the Centennial location located at the end of Talcott Avenue. Basically, the new pump station, after we evaluated with a preliminary engineering study recently, will have lots of energy efficiency, renewable energy, including photoelectric cell bank. The solar power will operate auxiliary equipment and sell power back to the electric grid during non-use periods. The pump efficiency of the replacement of the old pumps will have a dramatic size down of horsepower, therefore giving us energy savings and having the same performance of 100 gallons per minute. The preliminary engineering study estimates that the total project, including engineering, will be around $200,000. There'll be much savings along the line with the new pumping station, as well as breakdowns are getting more readily happening, and that's something we got to take care of. So since then, Laura Michael, our grant manager here at the city, has applied for several grants, one for the replacement of the pump station, other for renewable energy installation for the pumping station. And it looks very promising that we may receive up to $70,000 on those grants. There may be some other grants applications we'll make along the line. So I think we're well on our well to funding this project. So therefore, I'm requesting the mayor and council to consider resolution 2020-51. This resolution of the city of Frostburg will approve a contract for the design services for the Centennial pump station replacement project. Whereas the city of Frostburg took ownership of the 50-year-old Centennial pumping station in the area of Talcott Avenue when the area of this area of the city was annexed approximately 20 years ago. Whereas the pump station is aging and requiring ongoing substantial repairs and replacement of the pump station has been identified as a priority project for the city. And whereas the EADS Group was highly recommended for their work in designing pump stations, package pump stations, and similar type projects, and have provided a proposal for design of the Centennial pump station replacement. Therefore, I recommend that the mayor and council hereby approve resolution 2020-51 for professional services agreement with the EADS Group for the design, permitting, construction documents preparation related to the Centennial pump station replacement project, and other considerations in the amount of $22,000, as detailed in a proposal to us dated December 7th, 2020.
17.
Go ahead.
Yes, please consider this resolution for approval.
I move that we adopt resolution 2020-51.
I second.
Second. Okay, I'm moving second. Any public comment, Liz?
No public comment.
Okay, very good. Roll call vote when ready.
Commissioner Donnie Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes.
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Yes.
and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.
Chris, do you want to do the next one for me too? Or you want me to do it, the MES contract?
I'd like you to start it since I wasn't prepared to. So I can chime in with whatever I think is important.
Okay. Maryland Environmental Service is a quasi-state agency, and they operate numerous water and sewer facilities throughout the state, both at state parks and for municipalities and private utilities. When the water treatment plant in Frostburg was first built, the city did operate that, and we operated the water supply before then. But with the ever increasing complexities of maintaining high quality drinking water that is also treated in an economical and efficient way, it really is a great service to the city to have MES operate our water treatment plant for us. Not only does the city not have to make sure that we're keeping up with all of the training and certifications required, but it allows our staff at the water treatment plant to have the wealth of resources of the entire MES organization, as well as just efficiencies and economy of scale. So every 5 years, they propose a 5-year budget contract. And I went over in detail at the work session, the various, the 5-year budgets and the increases, or the explanation for the increases over the 5 years. Some of that has to do with planned replacement of certain chemical treatment processes at the plant, and others have to do with salaries as our plant operators become more experienced. So if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, or if Chris wants to chime in with anything, otherwise I'd ask for a motion in a second to approve resolution 2020-52 approving the 5-year budget with Maryland Environmental Service.
I looked it over and yeah, it all makes sense to me. I think it's a good contract. So I move that we approve resolution 2020-52 for the MES budget 5-year budget contract.
I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any public comment on this, Liz?
No.
Okay, all right, then roll call vote.
Commissioner Donnie Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes.
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
yes,
and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes.
Thank you. Next, I have 2 change orders regarding the municipal center. The first one is 13A, which is the 3rd time you've approved a change order on the same thing. So it's not cumulative. This one is just superseding the previous ones. Because the mayor and council only meet once a month, and these change orders need to be authorized before the contractor can move forward with the work, there's been instances where I've asked you to approve a change order prior to the architect approving it. And that's what has happened with the key card access system now twice. So you did approve change order 13 last month, but the architect came back and said one component of the system was not heavy duty enough to his liking. So they worked through that and came back with a new proposal that has been approved by the architect in the amount of $16,592.63. And that would provide the key card access to the doors in the building that are essential for traffic flow throughout the building, where general public would not necessarily be. The second change order is in regards to the repointing. I mentioned that at the work session as well. So I can pull that change order up for your review here. This has not yet been approved by the architect and would be subject to his approval. On the interior, there's 2 exposed brick walls that used to be the exterior. And along the exterior, that whole length of the parking lot side of the building, as I had mentioned, there's an area a couple feet high that all the mortar is just missing from the brick. And the builder, the general contractor has recommended that when we do repoint the inside, that we repoint that entire exposed brick wall, because we've had because of the age of the mortar and the patina of the mortar, it's very inconsistently colored depending on where you are on the building. And they thought for the interior application, it would look best if they took all the mortar out and just repointed the whole exposed brick walls. So that would be the 44-100, and then just reporting the places on the exterior, the remaining exterior of the building where the mortar is missing would be another 44-10. So this resolution's written so that it would, the architect could approve a less amount, but it would not be more than the $8,820 collectively. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'd ask for a motion in a second on resolution 2020-54.
I make a motion, we
I'm
approve
sorry,
resolution.
53.
I make a motion, we approve resolution 2020-53.
Second.
Okay, moving second. Was there any public comment?
No, sir.
Okay, then roll call when you're ready.
Commissioner Donnie Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes.
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Yes,
and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
The next resolution is not something that was presented to you at work session. I've been for several months working with Document Solutions Incorporated for the lease of exploring the opportunity for leasing copiers from them. Currently, the way we're set up is the police station leases one copy machine and City Hall leases one copy machine. And they're on two separate leases. They happen to be through the same company. And then every individual office at City Hall and the police department has many as well, have like inkjet printers. The ink is notoriously expensive on inkjet printers, and they have a notoriously short lifespan. So it's just kind of this never-ending cycle of Karen at City Hall buying more ink and people throwing their old printers down in what we call the electronic recycling graveyard and in the basement and going and buying new printers. And it's just not efficient. And what I've wanted to do at the onset of going to this new building is getting color multi-function printer for City Hall staff and for the police department, as well as the standard black and white copier for finance that prints the large volumes. And in exploring this with Document Solutions, they offer a full managed print system where it's monitored online. They are able to send us components or come and repair components when they see that there's issues arriving before the machine actually fails. So toner will be delivered automatically without us needing to call, things like that. And it would all be on our network. And so we'd get rid of all these individual inkjets, share these three machines between the police department, the upstairs City Hall functions, and then the downstairs finance function. In addition to this, we'd be buying two smaller, just printer and a fax machine option for the finance department as well. And those copies and toners would be included in this lease, but we'll be, they're pretty affordable. So we'll be buying those machines in cash rather than leasing them. I scanned portions of the proposal. The way it came to me, some of the pages were 11 by 17, and I could not, without taking a half a day to get it all to scan. This is what I was able to put together. So currently we lease two machines, and we've estimated we've spent a little over $300 on our inkjet machines. And so the average expense is over $700. These are the items that they're proposing to us. They're three Konica Minoltas. We see some significant technology upgrades, but also efficiencies. So for the police department and the finance, for the police department, their fax machine will be incorporated into this multi-function copier. And for the finance department, they will be getting a finisher that folds for them rather than having to print everything and then taking it to the ever so temperamental folding machines we seem to have. So it will be able to do that for them all in one function. The copies will be, like, the amount of copies that we are allowed is shared amongst all of the printers. And it does print up to 12 by 18 on all of the papers. So that's another issue we run into City Hall is, I think you have to buy like the giant inkjet to print a color 11 by 17. Or we have to go and ask Brian to do it for us because he's the only one that can do it right now. So just having some more modern copy abilities. So their proposed system would cost $644 a month. So it would be a cost savings. And this does factor in paying off the existing lease and returning the existing equipment to that leasing company. And then I guess importantly is per your procurement policy, you are able to take advantage of government or other organizational pricing to get that bulk pricing rate. And they have, this is the I forget what AEPA stands for, but it's a state, several states, educational institutions have come together to get this pricing with Konica Minolta, and Document Solutions has offered this pricing to many other municipalities in Maryland. So that is in compliance with your procurement policy, but because the cost of the lease over the 63-month period exceeds $25,000, it does need to come to you for approval. So one other cool thing that talks about their warranty, but one other thing that appealed to me is with the inkjet printers, we always are accumulating all these little cartridges, and then we have Staples allows us to return so many at a time for credits, and it's a little bit of a hassle. So what Konica Minolta will do is we can sign up online. They'll ship us a box that we can keep right next to one of the printers. Once that box is full, we just get onto their online portal. They'll give us a free shipping label and schedule for UPS to come pick it up. And all of those toner cartridges are recycled then. So that's another convenience factor. So it'll save a little bit of staff effort in managing what we have now, but it will also save money. But the reason I am asking for it tonight and didn't wait for last month until next month is they're experiencing delays in the larger machines coming from Japan, I believe, because of COVID and port delays. So the sales folks that I had been working with said normally you'd sign a contract and you'd be getting all your machines within 2 to 3 weeks, but they've been warned that it's been up to like 70 days right now to get these machines. And we would really like to time this so that all of the machines are here when staff is moving into the new building. So we don't have to move existing machines to the new building and then take them out and move the new ones in. So thank you for letting me add this to the agenda tonight. And if there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Otherwise, I'd ask for a motion in a second to approve.
Like a win-win-win.
Yep.
I make a motion to approve.
Second?
Moving and second. Was there any public comment, Liz?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then roll call.
Commissioner Donnie Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes.
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Yes.
and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes.
I'm
Liz.
getting photobombed by my dog.
All right, and last but not least, resolution 2020-55, whenever you've got the animals under control, Liz.
He usually doesn't do that, so that was kind of funny. Okay.
He wants some camera time, that's all.
So the Recreation Commission is comprised of 5 members, and they serve staggered terms, 2-year staggered terms. And so 3 of the current members' terms are up for, will expire in January. And the Director of Parks and Recreation, Brian Vogt, has recommended that these 3 members, Sean White, Mark Roquet, and Dottie Turner, be reappointed. They have served the commission well, and they've all indicated they're willing to serve another 2-year term. I'd be happy to answer any questions. Otherwise, I'd ask for a motion and a second to approve Resolution 2020-55.
I ask that we approve Resolution 2020-55.
Second.
Okay, moving and seconded. Any public comment on this one, Liz?
No, sir.
Okay, then roll call when you're ready.
Commissioner Donnie Carter,
Yes.
Commissioner Nina Forsyth,
Yes.
Commissioner Kevin Grove,
Yes.
and Mayor Robert Flanagan.
Yes, Liz.
Thank you.
Okay. Move forward to report of the Frostburg Police Department, our own Chief Nick. Chief?
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Thank you. So I have the report for you for the Police Department for the month of November 2020. We had 517 incidents compared to 707 incidents in November of 2019. I think we've certainly been seeing some lesser activity in the community than we typically do, certainly due to COVID and some of those issues. The students have gone home, but I think as a whole in the local community, we've seen just lesser traffic and lesser activity as a whole. Despite the challenges, we've continued to try to keep up with our positive community policing efforts. So the Storybook Holiday Express event was held on the first Saturday in December down at Mountain Ridge High School. It was very, very successful, and I commend the Children's Literature Center, city officials, and everyone who came together to help make that event successful and safe under very difficult circumstances. We were there, the police department was there to provide presence and assist with traffic control. And as you know, immediately after that, we participated in the escort of Santa Claus and Jack Frost and Mrs. Claus throughout Frostburg, along with the Frostburg Fire Department. So just another creative way to make good things happen amidst these trying times. Another event that we do every year is Shop with a Cop. That's just one of the most heartwarming programs out there, and typically it grows every year. It too was different this year. We couldn't take the children shopping, but the Cumberland Valley Optimist Club again did the gift cards and had some donors come together with gifts, and they had the police officers deliver the gifts to the children's homes. So turned out really neat. We had most of the children in Frostburg, so we had the officers who volunteered to do Shop with a Cop off duty, and we got with the folks who were working on duty in Frostburg, and we ended up with 5 of us making the delivery. So it was really cool. We kind of had a little police parade going up to their houses, and really nice time. So again, I commend all the folks that came together to help make that happen as well. One of the neat things with that event is a lot of times when we're at Walmart under normal circumstances, we have people come up and they see all the cops in Walmart and see the kids, and they find out what we're doing, and they'll go up and buy gifts or buy a bike or donate things. I mean, it's just such a touching event. It's really neat. So when we came back from picking up the gift cards Saturday morning and got with the officers on duty, we all met at Shoes Diesel Performance in the parking lot. Well, the owner, John Shoemaker, of course, came out and said, is everything okay, or how can I help you? We told him that we had just stopped there to get together for our first delivery. When he found out what we were doing, he ran inside and gave a monetary donation to Shop with a Cop to the recipients, along with some hats and t-shirts. So it was just a neat thing that was spontaneous and kind of an example of that positivity that we typically see with that program. So that's about all I have. I'm certainly glad to answer any questions or elaborate further. Otherwise, that would conclude my report.
Steve, thank you. Please pass on to all your troops that we wish them a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and continue to be safe out there. And thanks for all that you all have done throughout this year. I know it's been a very, very tough year. I know your folks have worked very, very hard to try to keep us all in line in one way or the other. So again, thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir, Mayor. Thank you, and to the members of the council so much for your support and kindness all throughout the year. We certainly appreciate it always.
Very good. Thanks, sir. All right. Finally, open public comment. Liz, do we have any comments?
No, we do not, Mayor.
Okay, very good. Before we adjourn, just like to reach out to all of our folks that may be watching this, and again, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and ask y'all please stay safe. And remember, right now the UPS and USPS and FedEx are running way behind schedules, so you may want to shop locally. And I'm sure our vendors on Main Street and in the community would certainly appreciate that. So when you can do that, please do that safely. And again, please be safe over the holidays, and Merry Christmas to all.
A lot of them do curbside pickup. So if you're afraid of going inside places, they will accommodate you.
They sure will. Kevin or Donnie, anything you want to say?
Nope. Merry Christmas.
No, don't have any.